There's something brilliantly magnificent about a 2-tonne Jaguar that can get from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 4.2 seconds because it has a 575 horsepower V8 beneath its long, rather lovely looking bonnet. But then that's exactly what the new £94,000 XJR 575 is all about. Being majestic, even if it is completely out of kilter with what's going on in the rest of the car world in 2017. And this, albeit too briefly, is what it's like to drive.
This thing is a beast, and it's fast as well, really fast. It's a bit of a contradiction in terms, the XJR 575, because on the one hand, it is a big, very luxuriant limousine, but on the other hand, you can really chuck it around like it's a proper sports saloon, and as a combination, it's unique. I'm not absolutely convinced about the ride quality, because surely a luxury limo should ride just a little bit better than this, but you would not get the body control, you would not get the kind of driver enjoyment that this thing throws at you the moment you throw it at any corner, if it wasn't fundamentally as composed and stiff as it is. So you just have to kind of wave goodbye to a little bit of the comfort that you might expect in return for this fabulous sporting feel. Really lovely steering in the XJR 575. As with all Jaguars, but I think if anything this one steers the best of the lot, because you just know where the front end is all the time.
To be fair, there aren't that many differences between the 575 XJR and its predecessor. There's another 24 bhp that's been squeezed from the car's 5-litre supercharged V8. And there are also a series of small but significant styling changes outside and in that include new LED headlights and unique new J-Blade daytime running lights. Plus, there's a range of new colour options that include the Velocity Blue that you see on this car. On the inside, which remains a place of rare opulence, there's a new 10-inch touchscreen with full-screen navigation and all sorts of minor tech upgrades. Apple CarPlay still isn't available though, which will be disappointing for technophiles.
The paddle shift gearbox is also really good in the XJR. It's the same ZF 8-speed that you get in just about everything nowadays that isn't a dual clutch. But it works really well, up or down, and it combines with the supercharged V8. But the gearbox works beautifully with the engine, and it just provides this lovely, fluid, but really, really potent combination of power, torque, and just snappy gear changes. But it's the chassis, I think, that really shines in this car, even though the ride is a bit fruity for a limousine. Because you just, I don't know, you put it in dynamic mode, and it's a monster. It is an absolute monster at going down the road fast. And yet there's this beautiful sense of refinement when you switch it out of dynamic road. I've just driven it down a motorway for the last 40 or so miles, and oh man, you just sit back, relax, and enjoy your surroundings, which are very nice in the XJR, I have to admit. I love the XJ Cockpit full stop, but these kind of sporting touches, these bits of carbon fibre that you get on the front, all the gauges are digital, it's just a really nice place to be inside this car. This is the regular wheelbase version that's rear-wheel drive, and that's the one that we will get in the UK. In other markets, you can get a longer wheelbase version, and you can get with four-wheel drive as well, but I don't know, even though it's got 570 horsepower and 700 newton meters of torque and is rear-wheel drive, I have singularly failed to unstick the rear tyres anywhere on this road, and it's quite twisty. I mean, that is the lot in like third gear, and it's just stuck. It really is a beautifully well sorted driver's car, the XJR, and you just wouldn't expect it. I mean, the seats that you would expect to travel in this thing are those ones in the back, and it is lovely when you climb into them. There's not acres of legroom, but there's more than enough, and it just feels really special back there because the seats are individually tailored. You've got all sorts of individual knobs and buttons to play with back there, and the seats themselves are beautifully comfortable. But this is the seat you want to be in the XJR 575 because it just delivers a unique combination of genuine luxury but also really sharp, sporting dynamic behaviour. I don't think there is another car like this on sale, and for 94 grand, just a whisker under 94 grand, I think this represents a huge amount of car for the money.
Click on the video windows to watch a first look at the Audi A7 Sportback, or at a first drive of the Aston Martin DB11 V8. Click on the play icon to watch our latest video, or on our logo to subscribe.